Dri, gue jadi
Ya,
avatar, Dri. Bajuku biru, Dri.
nggak cocok banget ya. Menyatu dengan ini background.
Menyatu dengan backgroundnya.
Aduh, nggak cocok
Aduh,
kayak
aduh.
backgroundnya sama bajunya nyatu banget.
Makanya kan mau ganti baju nanti kelamaan lagi ya.
Iya sih, nggak usah pakai background aja kak sekalian.
Ya kan? Ya
Daripada
kan?
nyatu, iya.
Heeh.
Aku kira aku juga bakalan nyatu nih. Mungkin karena hitam jadi nggak menyatu.
Iya, ada hitamnya. Tapi itu
Nah, ada
bajumu apa?
hitamnya.
Putih apa biru?
Putih,
Oh, putih. Aman,
tapi
aman.
backgroundnya kuning. Tuh,
Oh.
memang beda. Memang harus beda supaya nggak nyatu ya.
Iya, betul. Harus beda.
Ini benar-benar harus full English ya, nggak boleh ada bahasa Indonesia-nya ya.
Ya, boleh kalau nggak bisa.
Tapi aku sebenarnya lulusan S1 pendidikan bahasa Inggris sih, Kak.
Nah, mantap
Jadi,
kan? Assalamualaikum.
keren, keren, kalau bisa.
Waalaikumsalam.
Waalaikumsalam, Kak Aisyah.
Oh iya, bentar ya kita tunggu temenku masuk dulu. Tuh aku
Boleh.
juga mau move dulu nih ke apa? Ke, ke iPad bentar ya. Oke, Mi. Moderatornya siapa?
Aku, bukan aku.
Moderator nih,
Aku
Miss
si,
Aisyah. MC,
eh,
sorry.
iya.
MC Kak Indri.
Aku MC. Yang
Moderator
moderator
tuh Kak
siapa
Aisyah
ya?
bukan ya? Iya,
Eh,
iya, bentar ya.
Iya,
Kak Aisyah
Miss
kan moderator.
Aisyah.
iya.
Iya.
Join belum ya? Belum join kayaknya moderatornya ya.
Ini yang aku lagi
Moderator.
bicara, yang
Oh,
bicara itu kan Kak
oh my
Aisyah. Aku
God.
Kak, ini diwara-warain dulu ya biar
Sorry banget.
teman-temannya banyak. Oke, diwara-warain dulu sambil nunggu apa? Romin, Romina masuk. Wait ya, aku ke toilet juga dulu bentar.
Iya, siap.
Diwara-warain
Oke,
aja
oke.
ya. Kak, oke Kak.
Ini
Mungkin
banyak namanya
5 menit
Aisyah.
lagi kali ya kita yang mulai ya.
Oke,
Jam
siap.
4.10. Tolong ini ya, Indri di apa diwara-warain di grup biar banyak yang hadir.
Siap.
Ini langsung kedengeran nggak, Kak Indri?
Kedengaran, bagus banget.
Suatu harapan untuk masa depan, bumi Cibangin dan Jaya, membina insan akademis dan pencipta untuk Indonesia.
Ya, mantap lah. Semoga lancar. Oh iya teman-teman, boleh mungkin di rename namanya dulu ya, nama lengkap terus jurusan gitu, biar bisa kelihatan nih dari jurusan mana aja yang hadir pada hari ini gitu.
Oke.
Boleh ya, nama lengkap terus jurusannya di Wiki. Ini boleh nggak sih di-share juga di union-union lain? Boleh nggak sih Kak?
Boleh.
Boleh ya.
Iya. Soalnya union lain juga share di grup kita kan.
Betul, betul, betul.
Hmm.
kelihatan. Nanti kelihatan. Halo, halo. Suaraku terdengar nggak ya? Manka, kedengaran? Oke, oke. At the moment, yeah, guys, we are waiting for the speaker today, Romi, because there is some issues.
Alright.
How are you? Siapa nih yang udah hadir?
Banyak
Gimana
banget yang udah hadir
kabarnya?
nih. Udah lumayan banyak yang hadir, Kak.
Ya, oke, nih sorry ya, aku ada acara di luar. Jadi sorry kalau ada ini apa? The meeting. Dia nanya meeting ID-nya Wici 2024 ya?
Pakai link sih, Kak, untuk masuknya.
Wici.
Kalau passwordnya udah ada di link.
Dia kayaknya Wici 2024. Tadi ada yang tanya apa yang sedang ditunggu. We are waiting for the speaker ya guys. Wait a moment.
Anyway, maybe you guys can open your camera
Ya, open
since
the
you're
camera
going
and
to hear the speaker from abroad.
don't be hesitate or don't be shy to speak up ya, because I invite my friends being a speaker to speak up to build the confidence for you guys to speak with the foreigner. Please don't be shy ya. Jadi jangan malu, nanti nanya aja gitu ya. Nanti biasanya orang-orang bule ini kok apa sih sebenarnya dia
It's
kalau
worth
ada
it.
salah-salah ya dia yang patient gitu, sabar dan dia paham. Jadi jangan malu ya. This is the password. Coba yang ada itunya dong dibantu, ini temanku masih kesulitan katanya. Dari
Iya, Kak.
dia minta meeting ID-nya katanya.
Meeting ID. Oh, mungkin
Itu beda sama password ya. Meeting
ya
ID-nya
beda,
berapa?
Kak. Oh, wait.
Pakai link tak mau dia.
Coba ditanya ke Kak Yun.
Aku tanya dulu teman-teman.
Okay, I will move it. Just try some. Yes.
Okay, guys, don't forget to rename your.
Wait, she's connecting to join.
Okay. masih banyak yang belum ini ya, rename Zoom-nya. Boleh di rename ya teman-teman. Jadi nama Zoom-nya, nama lengkap, terus jurusannya ya. So we can know all of you from what majors in University of. We are going to start until the speaker join, Kak Kenji. So you're waiting for the speaker first to join. Belum join ya Kak? Ininya speakernya.
Iya, belum kayaknya. Dia lagi connecting, masih connecting.
Connecting.
16, 14 apa mau kita mulai Mars sama itu dulu? Dimulai. Apa gimana?
Tunggu dulu karena eh, kita pengen kenalin gitu Mars Uci ke speaker juga.
Oke. Kok dia bilang unable to connect ya? Kenapa nih? Maybe signal.
Kak Anin ini nggak bisa minta tolong nggak Kak Anin? Untuk
Ya,
ininya,
tolong dibantu cek.
Iya,
it's
kenapa?
zoom-nya,
Maybe
it's
signal.
zoom-nya ini katanya dibutuhin sama speakernya karena pakai Bitly itu tadi nggak bisa join, gagal
Aku tanya
koneksi.
ke aku tanya ke Kak Yunita dulu ya.
Boleh Kak? Boleh silakan teman-teman ini ya, open kamera yang lain sambil kita nunggu speakernya join dan kita mulai. Boleh silahkan teman-teman on cam juga.
Miss Aisyah udah aku kirim ya di WA-nya Miss, meeting ID-nya.
Oke, guys, jangan lupa teman-teman bisa menggunakan background Zoom yang dikirimkan atau yang sudah tershare di grup. ya. Jadi kita bisa sama-sama menggunakan background yang sama gitu ya. Kecuali mungkin ada kendala-kendala, seperti misalnya kalau nggak sesuai gitu backgroundnya dengan ini ya, warna bajunya contoh. Oke, Kak Alvin boleh ini ya, rename nama lengkap dan ininya jurusannya. Kak Denny udah bisa. Kak Dewi Pujisari juga ya, boleh di rename nama Zoom-nya jadi nama lengkap dan jurusan. Oke, rata-rata udah mulai ubah ya. Very good guys, thank you so much.
Sorry ya guys, dia ternyata masih problem. Ah, Romina has joined now. Halo Romina.
Yeah, she already joined the Zoom, Kak Aisyah.
Halo, halo. Romi? So actually,
Wait, supposed to be here now. Yeah.
you can now.
No, you
You
cannot
can
see
do
me.
now.
Wait.
Maybe you turn on the camera, the video. You haven't opened the video. Open the video first, please.
Okay, so can we start the
Wait.
meeting?
I don't know what's going on in here.
In the video, there is the picture of the camera, and you can turn on.
Yeah. So you
Or
have the picture, but you don't have you cannot see my face, right?
yeah, I can see your face because you didn't turn on your camera. Maybe from the MC, or for the host, you can
Okay.
allow about the
Wait.
camera. Ah, good. Wait.
Yeah? Finally!
Finally.
Hi, girls!
Okay,
Finally,
okay.
after
Finally.
the struggle.
Sorry. I'm too
Nice.
old for this technology.
Okay, no worries. We can
Okay.
go ahead.
So we can
So you
start
can
the
hear me, you can see me, yeah?
Yes,
oh
of
yeah.
course.
Oh,
I can
yeah,
see your
finally.
beautiful face.
Oh, thank you.
Okay.
So can we start, Miss Aisyah, for the
Yeah. Start it.
Okay, Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Okay, maybe I will record this first. Okay.
Yeah.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and good afternoon, everyone, for people who already joined the Zoom for today. Anyway, I want to remind you before start the meeting. Please open your camera during this meeting, and also do not forget to rename your Zoom and use the virtual background that we've been given you before. Okay, firstly, I would like to say the almost gratitude towards God for letting us together to talk session of English Club in Sanchita University today with good and stable state of health. I also would like to say thank you for the speaker of our talk session today, Miss Romida. Thank you very much.
Romina, Romina.
No worries.
Yes, Miss
My
Romina, thank you
pleasure.
very much for your willingness to come to this event, even though there's many struggle that you need to face to join us
Yeah.
together. And also, I would like to say thank you for Miss Siti Aisyah, our mentor in English Club, for becoming the moderator, inshallah, for the meeting today. Okay, so I also like to say thank you for the audience. Most of them from the student at Insancita University, and also Hiribi Indiani will be the master of ceremony or MC for today's event to guide you until the English talk session end. Okay, I would like to read first about the rundown of today's event, which is divided into several parts. The first part is opening ceremony and rundown explanation. And the second is the singing of national anthem of Indonesia. The third is the singing of Mars UIT or University of Instancita. And the next is introduction of speaker by moderator. And also there's talk session by Miss Romina and Siti Aisyah. There's key in a session also, and the last closing ceremony and documentation. Okay, without any further ado, let's move to the next agenda, which is the singing of national anthem of Indonesia. Will be helping by the operator. Okay. Okay, please, the operator, you may share the screen for national anthem of Indonesia. Okay. Boleh Kak, mungkin bisa di-share screen. Oke. Mungkin lagi proses ya teman-teman. So, there is probably any trouble for playing the national anthem of Indonesia. Miss Ramina, how's your feeling for coming
I'm
in
good,
our
thank you.
meeting?
I'm very happy to see you girls.
We're also very happy to welcome you here, Miss Ramina.
Yes,
Very much for sharing your knowledge.
thank you.
Bangsa
Okay. Well, so that is the national anthem of Indonesia. Okay. All right. So we're going to continue the agenda. That's we're already waiting. This is the talk session between Miss Siti Aisyah and also our speaker for today, Miss Romina DCPO from
Yeah.
London, about English for getting career. So probably the
Yeah.
audience already wait for this. So I will give the chance for Miss Siti Aisyah to handle the agenda. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much for Indriani to for opening this event. Hi, Romy. How are you?
Hi, Aisha. I'm good. How are you?
I'm fine. So, are you in Italy now or London?
Yes, I'm in Italy now. I will be back
Oh,
in London in 2 weeks.
oh, why it's a long time to take holiday?
Yeah, long holidays.
Oh, but it's still fun, right?
Yeah. All good.
Okay. Maybe okay, guys. Today we will have the special guest from the Italy, Romina. Romina is the Italians, and she has the many experience for the getting a good career in the London. Yeah, especially she is interior designer in IKEA in the London. Maybe she wanna share about the experience, how is it struggling for the learning and for studying English, right? Because the English is the international language, and maybe she wanna share how is the motivations to study English, yeah, and maybe are you struggling as well for the studying English, right, from the Italy to
Yes.
yes, and maybe we will listen to you about all of the
My
life
journey.
of the
Yeah.
all of the your journey. Okay,
So,
time
yeah.
it's time. Time is yours, Romy.
Okay, thank you. Yeah, I can share my experience because, as you said, I left Italy 7 years ago and I decided to move to London because my goal was learning English properly. Because I think in this world, speak another language, especially English, is gonna open many doors. Even if you don't decide to move to another country, for sure, it's very important. Even if you live in your country, if you want to get a better job, you want to improve your skills, for sure, is a key uh, experience. So I moved to London. Basically, my English was very low. So I started to work in hospitality because in the meantime I was studying, I was going to a school. And then most importantly was practice English every day. So solve a real problem that you have, which they can be very basic problem, but you need to do in another language. So it's very challenging in the beginning. And then after a while, I start to apply to a professional job because I'm an interior designer and architect. So my goal was to find a job in my profession. And of course, it doesn't be easy because when you move country, basically you need to restart your knowledge for the beginning because everything is different. So you need to try hard every day, try to find the right place, the right channels. And then if you are lucky, you will get your first opportunity. And so, yeah, I got my first job as interior designer like 3 years ago in a different company. But I wasn't very happy because all my colleagues, they were Italians. And if you want to learn a good English, you need to avoid people of your country. So you need to speak English every day with someone which he can be native or he can have a good English because for me it was very important to see them, how they are working, how they are talking, how they are dealing with clients. And then my job is a job where you need to talk a lot because you need to do presentation, project, you are dealing with constructor. So have a good English was very, very important. And then I moved to IKEA last year, which for me is very, very challenging because all my colleagues, they are British. So every day I'm learning something from them because, when you are coming from a different country, your English cannot be exactly the same like a native person. So basically every day you learn something. I think that it's never gonna happen that one day you say, my English is good, because every day you are learning something. So the most important things is practice, listening, try to think everything you can do in English. So yeah.
Okay. Before you said you struggle as well for the studying English, but
Yeah.
maybe we are the people, Indonesian people say, or are you are so you are easier to study English because you are a European, right? Because English is the international and the part of the Europe is English as well. But you said you still struggle. Maybe you can describe uh, how is about the method of the English education there in the Italy since
Mm-hmm.
when you childhood until you are able to speak English fluently.
Yeah. Yeah. So basically, for me as an Italian, it's not very difficult language to learn because it's a Latin language and
Yeah.
my language as well. So many words they are similar. So it's not this the problem. The problem is I didn't have any education at school regarding English because I was studying French. So for me it was quite of everything new because I had a course, but I was already 30 years old. So probably the people they are starting when they are very young, uh, for them is much better because you can improve your pronunciation, you can learn properly the grammar, you have like more time to improve. And yeah, for me, it was quite everything new. It's not just the language, but it's the culture, it's the how everything is working there. So you need to adapt yourself to a new world,
Oh,
basically.
is English not the basic education in basic course in the school? No.
My generation, not really, because I was studying French.
Oh, okay, okay.
So yeah, probably if I was moving to France was better for me.
It's a better because there is the English in the course of the school.
Yeah, exactly. Now it's
Oh,
different. So many, they start when they are very, very young, but my generation, not really.
okay. You said you began to study English in the 13 years old, right? Maybe in this
Yeah.
very young. So maybe you can share how did you develop and improve the English by yourself? Maybe
So from my
via
side, yeah, I was trying to read a lot. For example, I start to do everything in English when I moved to UK, for example, even stupid things like change the language on your phone, start to listen music just in English, try to watch the TV with subtitles because in the beginning I was not understanding nothing, and watching TV, series, everything you can do in English is helping. Even if in the beginning you think, oh my God, I don't understand nothing, this is useless to do it. It's gonna be
okay.
very helpful because day by day you are gonna understand many words, the sense of some phrases. So practice, practice, practice.
Practice, yeah, practice makes perfect. So
Yeah,
make a habit with the English, right? For your living, yeah. For anything
yeah,
which you wanna do, everything which you wanna do with English, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Sometimes we wanna study English. We wanna improve our language, our English, because English is the practical language. So you must practice. But how to maintain about the motivation for us to commit for the studying English? Sometimes it's challenging for us, right?
Yeah, I mean, the motivation, I think, in each person can be different because for me, for example, the focus of my goal was to get a good job in my
Mm.
profession. So I was studying for that reason. So I was trying to learn from a magazine which they were talking about design, architecture. So I think every person has a different goal. For
Oh,
me, was
set.
everything related from my job. So even when I was choosing like a TV program, I was watching something related in interior design, or instead of something else, a movie or wherever.
Yeah, such a great insight, yeah, guys. You also set up your first goal, right? So it can be maintained. It can maintain your motivation. Yeah, that's good.
Exactly. Yeah.
Okay, maybe I wanna change to the your experience and you're struggling to get a good career in the overseas, even if the Italia is not far from the London, yeah, but this is still the
Yeah.
overseas for you. Yeah, maybe how was your experience to get the good career? How long have you lived in the London until you get the career which is the most proper for you? Maybe you can share about your journey about to get
Well,
here.
when I moved to London, honestly, I was thinking that everything was easy because, so many people from abroad, they are moving there, they
Yeah.
are getting a good job. But when I moved there, I realized that was not easy. First of all, because all the experience I had in Italy was they are not very considering that because you do in another country, so everything is different. In my case, like the building regulation, they are different. How the people they are working, they are different. Even the expectation they have, they are different. So when you move to another country, you don't think about that. You think that everything is gonna be the same. So the first step is to understand what you can do better. For example, in my experience in Italy, I was working more as an architect, so more in renovation projects, so more complicated project. In UK, there are people which they do specific jobs, and before understand that, I need to, look the market. Even just reading job application, you start to understand what they want. And then I start to do so many interview. But the main problem was that I didn't have any experience in London. So all the company, they prefer people who they have already experience in London because probably they feel more safe, they know they can deal with people which they already done this job in the country. So it's very important, don't give up, try every day, do so many interviews, and then one day you will find a person who is gonna give you the opportunity. For me, it was happening after 4 years.
4 years. Wow.
4 years,
So long.
so quite long. I mean, we had the pandemic in the beginning because I moved in the 2019. And so in 2020, basically for 2 years, was no opportunity in London. So it's like if we lost 2 years in the end. But yeah, 4 years in total. And then once you get the first one, it's much easier to, if you want to grow, if you are happy in your company, for example, another trick, it can be to start from the lower position and then you can show to the company your value, your you care about your work, you are a good employer, and so you can grow with the company. One very positive things of the company in London, which in Italy, for example, is not happening, if they really believe you, you can grow in the company. So they are gonna invest like on you, and even if you want to change job, like after 5 years, 6 years, or whatever, you can have a better job because you have already a good experience. So yeah, it's better start from the lower position and then grow.
Okay, so struggling, yeah.
Yeah.
Almost 10 years you live in London now, right? From the since the 2010 you move it and
No,
until
no,
now
2018, I
18.
moved.
Oh, okay. So maybe almost 6 years.
6 years.
Yeah,
6
6
years,
years.
yeah.
And but you got the good career. Is it just the 4 years ago?
2
Oh,
years ago.
2 years
2
ago.
years ago.
See, guys, there are still struggling as well until for the 6
So
years.
yeah,
You must struggle to get the good career, but it's finally you will get it, and it's just so
yeah,
inspiring, Romy. Maybe I wanna ask about the how is about the opportunity probability for the international student like us, the Indonesian people, because I know London is a very competitive because I have lived there as well,
yeah,
and I
yeah.
didn't get the professional job as well. But how is about your probability about the international student, and what is the tricks and or how is about the mentally for us like the international student so we can go international like you?
hmm Yeah, so as you say, the main problem of London is the competition.
Yeah,
Because, for example, I did apply for some position which 400, 500 people they were applying.
yeah,
What I've learned is that, for example, if you want to work for a specific company, you need to make your CV like better than the other ones. So, for example, you can write a proper cover letter saying, oh, my dream job, it will be work with you. I will do everything I can for make this company better. So it's like you need to be more clever than the other ones because you need to be noticed from the company. So this is what you can do as a trick, because otherwise, if you send like a normal CV without no inspiration for, you need to think about who is gonna read your CV. So if I'm writing a general things, I'm sending to everybody, who is gonna be in the other side is gonna be very bored probably to reading 300, 400 CV every day. So you need to make like something which is gonna catch the attention of the person who is in the other side. Is gonna decide, okay, I want to interview this person or not. Because otherwise it's like a blender. Many recruiter they don't read
yeah. Your
all
CV
the
resume.
all the CV because they don't have time. Some of them they are using like programs. So yeah, you need to be very clever in this way.
So you should show about the impressive from ourselves, right, in the CV
Exactly, yeah. You need to show your commitment
commitment.
and say, okay, my dream has been all the time working for you, and the company is gonna really appreciate that because they want people who they love the job, basically. They don't want people who they go there and say, okay, this is another employer, another number. So they want to people who they make difference.
Okay, it's so bunch of the inspiring from the Romi. Mungkin
Yeah,
maybe many students here wanna ask some questions for you,
yeah,
Romi,
of course.
to get the more motivation. There are the maybe you can raise your hand, guys, if you wanna chat on the box. I will read for you.
Yeah.
There is someone who raise hand. Oh, there is the question in the chat box. So it's English taught in the public schools in Italy? Nope, yeah.
What? Can you repeat, Aisha? Sorry, I didn't hear you.
Is English taught in the public schools in Italy?
Yes, now there is. I mean, it's not like, I don't know why. I mean, yeah, they study English, but it's not like, okay, I can talk English when I finish, they just study grammar, they do exercise, but they don't practice English, so they are not talking with the other ones, for example, which I think is very, very important, even to break the ice, because probably I'm the best person in reading and in writing. But if I need to speak or communicate with the other people to have a conversation, they are not able to do it because they never did it.
Oh, yeah. So the basic English is taught in the Italy, but it's not the proper teaching, like just the theory without the practical. Actually, it's the same in
Exactly.
Indonesia.
Yeah. I mean, if
Just
the people, yeah, exactly. If the
just
people they
the
want to improve, they need to go to
yeah
private schools.
yeah private schools even is the course, but the taking course English is the expensive as well here because the English is
Yeah.
exclusive here in Indonesia. Because of that, I built the English club, and I wanna share and speak up with the foreigners, the building the confidence for the speaking English, right? Because
Yeah.
there's a lack of the access of the getting English actually, of especially specifically for my generations, for the continue for the studying overseas is so difficult to get the access for the English. So we must the taking course we must the search of the scholarship to get the IELTS preparations. So it's
Yeah.
also struggling. But like the Romy said, is the motivations will come relate with your goal or the dreams. So just to follow your dreams, guys.
Exactly, yes.
And anything, there is the someone who wanna rise or the speak up directly with the Romy. Don't be shy, guys.
Don't
I
be
am
shy.
raised.
There
I
are
am raised.
two. There are two.
Yeah. Who is it? Maybe you can mention you can say your name from your study and your questions. Who is it? The last who speech? Siapa tadi? Who is it?
There are four. There are four students raise hand. Maybe you can choose.
Okay.
Maybe you can choose who the first.
Oh yeah,
I
there is
don't know.
Denny Kusmanto. Maybe Denny, you can say now.
Okay, let's start with Danny.
Thank you very much. I want to ask you. I want to ask your opinion about the importance of English. Since some countries put their language as special and do some exclusivities in it, such as French language or Japanese, they put their language very special in France or in Switzerland. There are no more language than French, like
For
Japanese. That's why I want to ask your opinion about the importance of English.
you want to know? Sorry, can you repeat? Because I had some problem. I couldn't hear you properly. Can you
Maybe
repeat the what?
yeah.
So you want to know my
Oh,
opinion about studying
About
about the
the
French?
importance of English. Yeah, about the
Okay.
importance of English in every country. Since some country use their language and put their language special, especially
Yeah.
such as France, such as Japan.
Well, in this world, I think English is very important in each country because everything you want to do it, you need to speak English. Like even if you want to travel, for example, doesn't need that all the people they study English because they want to have English a job in UK or wherever. I think it's very important because you can talk with people from over the world, so you can understand more culture, something which is completely different than what you do, basically. So for me, it's very open-minded, speak English in general. And I think all the people, they must to speak English, honestly, because it's not something like, okay, it's something I can do like extra. It's supposed to be something like all the people they're supposed to do now in this world. Yeah, so for me, it's very, very important for everything.
Yeah, maybe the English is the most important language which you wanna can for the speaking and
Exactly.
anything. But if you wanna extra the language, is the point plus, right? Like the Japanese
Yeah,
or the French, which is the international language as well, maybe.
exactly. For example, for me in London, if I was not talking English, I couldn't talk with nobody else.
Yeah.
So I was staying there and speak just with Italian people, which I can do in Italy. I don't need to go there.
You
I
just
could talk
speak
with
the Italian.
Aisha.
You just speak Italian if you meet the Italian as well, right? But with me, Indonesians, so you just speaking English,
Exactly.
right?
Exactly. So
And
for
Romy
sure you
didn't
cannot speak
understand.
Italian. I cannot speak Indonesian. We need to
Indonesian.
find a way to speak.
Yeah, because of that, you must can speak English.
Yeah,
It's the most prominent, most important thing. Okay,
exactly.
maybe for the next, who is it? Alvin, yeah. Alvin, sorry, it's the skip before.
Is my is
Yeah,
my
Hi.
my voice clear?
yeah, clear.
Okay, thank you very much for Miss
Thanks
Aisha
to
and
you.
then Miss Romi. I have two questions here. Maybe the first question,
Yeah.
how do you improve your English every single day, especially
Mm-hmm.
for the vocabulary and then the pronunciation?
Yeah.
Because sometimes who are learning about English, they are focusing on the grammatical, and then maybe when they want to speak with the foreign and native, they get many stocks, and then
I
they
know.
have to think about the grammatical, and then their
Yeah.
vocabulary are maybe they have many vocabularies, but when they want to speak with the foreign, maybe they get the they are not confident, and then they get that they get many suck. And then for
Yeah.
the second question is, what is the best qualification of skill for working at UK? Because I ever hear that the main qualification at we have to hit the IELTS especially. And then how do you improve your English? Because we know that in English there are two accents, right? American
Mm-hmm.
and British. And then for the
Yeah.
IELTS especially, in the
British.
speaking, we have to improve using the British accent. Thank you.
Thanks to you. So you said something very, very important because when you talk with people which they are native, they can be American, they can be British, but they are native. So speaking English is not like me, I'm learning, like you guys, you are learning. The pronunciation is very, very different. So because obviously there are some sounds which we don't used to do it, so for us it's much difficult to achieve. And even me, for example, I can tell you, I have many colleagues in British and which they are British, and sometimes they are looking at me like, "Oh, can you repeat, please?" Because they don't understand me. I think there are some exercises you can do it, like to improve some sound, even if you go to YouTube, for example, the position of the tongue, the mouth, which for me, for example, they look stupid because I never did it, no? But for sure they're gonna improve the sound. And yeah, as I said, practice is the best. So the more you talk, and the more your sound is gonna change, you can achieve some sound much better. Of course, we are never gonna be like them because it's impossible. But as much we can improve, it takes time, so much time. For example, I have some friend of mine which they are living in UK since 10, 15 years, and the pronunciation is much better because, you know, day by day you try to improve. And regarding the American accent and the British accent, they are completely different. For example, last year I went to America, and for me was sometimes very difficult to understand the Native American because the pronunciation is completely different. For example, if you are thinking water, for example, in UK they say water, and in America they say water. So they are similar, but in the end, even a bit different. So depends. Some people they feel more easy to understand American accent. Some of them, for example, for me, it's better English because I'm living there. Probably if I was going to America, it was much easier to understand them. And regarding the skills you can have in English for in UK for have a better job, I think everything depends of the job you want to do it. But in England in general, they really appreciate people which they are working, so they are very commitment to the work. If you are a person who complains every day or you are not happy to go to work, of course, it's not good for them. So yeah, then it's very difficult to say because, for example, now many people they are working in IT. There is a lot of demand in IT. I mean, in London there are so many opportunities. It's not like, oh my God, one field is better than another one. So it depends.
Yeah. And if I can, it's not really important for the accent. Yeah. It's the most important is to pronounce English clearly. And when you,
Yeah, exactly.
when you listen much more every day, it will be usual to listen to the pronunciation even in the American and Anglo and the British. Because
Exactly.
I studied in the Scotland, Romy. You know, the Scottish is the hardest accent
It's
in.
completely different. I don't understand the
Yeah, because
Scottish
it's the like
people, for example.
it's the because it's like in the most. It's so deep, right?
Yeah,
It's that when I went to the England, it's the different again. They said tomato, there is the accent as well, but because my hearing has been useful for the listen to, is I can understand about the pronunciation between
yeah.
bottle, tomato, because you can because you have listened more about the pronunciation like that.
Mhm. It's not just how we are talking, it's even when we are listening the other ones, because people
Yeah,
from the north, they have a
different.
different accent. People from London, they have a different accent.
Yeah,
People from Essex, they have a different accent. So it's even difficult for people who is coming from abroad to understand them because they got completely different accent.
yeah, and no way we can speak accents Indonesian as well, right? So don't
Yeah,
worry about the accent. You just the thing about the whole to the pronunciation pronounce English properly and clearly is the most important.
Exactly.
They're
Try
like the
to don't speak.
Indian has the accent
Yeah,
by
they have different.
themselves, right?
Even me as Italian, I got a
Yeah.
very strong accent. I mean, it's important to be clear when you are
Yeah.
talking and try to make them to understand you. For example, there are some people they are talking very, very slow, is much easy to understand. There are people who they are talking very, very, very fast, and it's very difficult even for me.
Okay, maybe we can be next the questions, yeah? We can say there is
Yeah.
here. Who is it here? Igusti Ayu Putu Nadila.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Hello. So I'm Nadila.
Hello.
Yeah.
Hello, Nadila.
Yeah. So I'm a neuropsychology student, and I have a question.
Yes.
It's always like, for example, Indonesian like always want to be like be an advance first, and then they try to
Yeah.
speak English. But do you think is it like a must thing to do to be an expert first, then you learn to speak English, or you can do both even though you just know a basic English?
I mean, if you can do both together, for sure is better, because the most experience you get, the most practice you get, for sure is better. I mean, I don't want to be boring, but experience and practice they are the key. So in everything you want to do it, basically. For sure you need to like concentrate in your field, which can be more helpful. So for example, you are studying psychologist, you say, no?
Yes.
So try to read the books, do everything you can in your field, like I did when I moved to London, because it's what I needed to learn, basically.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you been clear, Igusti, for the answers?
Yeah, for the answer, yeah, I do hear all. Thank you very much. And because sometimes
Thanks to you.
yes, because sometimes as an Indonesian, sometimes some people, not from the foreigner, but still as an Indonesian person, like always judge the other person who
Yeah.
who not fluent enough to speak English, and then we are shy of and afraid to speak in English. That's often.
Okay.
Yeah.
This is very wrong, I'm telling you, because when I moved to London, I was feeling the same. I say, oh my God, what I said, they're not gonna understand me. Because there are people, probably even they don't do in purpose, but they're gonna make you feel like that. My suggestion is to don't care about nothing, because it's not your first language and it's absolutely normal that you're gonna make mistakes. I'm still making mistakes every day because that's normal. So don't think about that, because it's absolutely wrong. Just go forward. The more you speak, the more you learn. So if the people they are gonna make you feel bad, they are wrong, not you.
Yeah. So don't be insecure to speak up English, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sometimes many people, Indonesian people, feel insecure to speak up English because maybe and sometimes they get the bullying as well. Maybe so you are so and you are so speak English in Indonesia. It's like that. So it's make the mental down for us.
Yeah.
Let's care about them, right? Because it's not
Don't follow
for
these
you.
people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Don't follow
Don't
the people.
follow them, because I think they are the first people which they are never gonna try to learn another language. So absolutely don't follow them. Especially if you go to UK, for example, all the British people, they used to work with people which they are coming from abroad. So for them, it's something absolutely normal. It's not something strange. So it's normal even making so many mistakes. And most of them, they are very helpful because I have many of my colleagues which they are British. And all the time I'm asking, listen, but how can I say this better? So they are very happy to help.
Yeah. Okay, the most
Yeah.
important is from yourself, yeah, guys. So don't be shy, don't be insecure to speak up. And in the
Yes,
reality, many foreigners can receive can accept for your mistake, right? And they wanna repeat
exactly.
again. Yeah,
Yes,
and
of course.
if you're so fast to speak up, maybe you can say sorry. Can you speak slower, right?
Can you
And
tell me how
yeah, pardon.
can I
Can you
say
say it
this
again?
properly?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's the
exactly.
normal
Can you
thing.
repeat? It's not absolutely normal.
Yeah, because they
Yeah,
know you are from the international, right? If English is not your mother tongue and it's
exactly.
not
Yeah.
first language, so don't be insecure. Yeah.
And I'm telling you something else, which British people, they don't learn another language because they are very lazy in learning any other language. So when they are approached with people with which they are learning another language, they are very happy to help
Yeah.
because they don't do that.
They are lazy to going toilet as well, actually.
Exactly.
So you are
You are
better
a kind
than
of
them.
star when you go there.
Okay, anyone? There is the question on the chat box. It's like,
Yeah.
what are effective ways to learn and remember English vocabulary commonly used in the workplace, Romy? Effective way to improve your vocabulary.
Mm, yeah, it's the key is always the same. Practice every day. For
Practice.
example, try to improve something. Yeah, there is nothing else you can do, guys. Just practice as much you can. And this is the key. So it can be talking, it can be watching TV. For example, one things you can do, which I think it can be very, very helpful, watch TV just in English if you can. So try to make yourself like in a very difficult position in the beginning, but then that difficult position, it can be your normal routine. So yeah.
Yeah, good insights. Yeah, so you must be involved with English every day. Yeah, don't forget
Every day.
every day English every day.
Every
Sometimes
day.
it's also difficult as well for me, Romy, because I'm prepared for the IELTS as well to continue my
I
study for
know.
the PhD. Oh gosh, it's so lazy to begin it, to study. It's so difficult, but maybe
Yeah,
we must force it.
I know. It's difficult for everybody.
Yeah.
But if you find the key, like even little small things, but every day they are gonna help you a lot, guys.
Okay. Excellent. Anything, guys? No? It's enough? Do you have any question for the Romina?
Maybe I can message you.
Yeah,
Hi.
you can say.
Can I? Hi. First of
Hello.
all, so much for
Rachel.
today. Yeah, Rachel. Thank you so much for what you're sharing today, Romin. I love your country anyway.
Okay, you can come with Aisha.
Since I'm interested with your country, is there anyone in Italy who does not prioritize English for their career? Like in Indonesia, there's a lot of people who thinks like, what's the use? What's the use for learning English? Like, what's the use? And every time, like, I take it like comparing with my country, it's always like we don't need that. We don't need that. So you're just focusing on your
Yeah,
own language like that. So I
yeah,
was like,
that's true.
yeah, yeah. So they're like struggling a lot of English, like like I'm going, I don't know, I'm going mad or something because um like at first they'll say like it's not that important to learning English, and then like the next day and like our life is always going on, like, yeah, you know what I mean, right? So sometimes we um, we absolutely will use English for something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is there anyone in Italy like that, or it is just my country?
Yeah. Yeah, in Italy, all the Italian people are very lazy to learn another language in general.
Yeah.
So it's a bit sad to say that because even when the people from abroad they are coming, probably it's hard to find someone who is gonna talk English. Because I told you in the school, I mean, they are not teaching a good one, so the people they are not very able to speak in the end. Just the people who they really want to improve, they are gonna do it. So, but I think the new generation they start to be very different because if I can see my nephew, which is 16, he has already a good level of English. So for sure, with the new generation, something is gonna change, I believe. Because the market and the world is asking to do that. If you want to work for a company, many people they need to speak in English. For example, yesterday I was talking with my cousin, which she works here, she's an engineer, and all the meetings she has they are in English. So she needs to learn, even if she's working here. So yeah. I think they need to change culture in general, but by the time it's gonna be better, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And for now, I think there are many tools, many channel, network, and social
Yeah,
media.
exactly.
There are many tools which you can use it for the studying English.
Exactly.
Yeah. So
Correct.
the
Exactly. Now
problem
we
is
have more.
yourself. You wanna do
Exactly.
or no? It's
Now, just
just
if you don't want to do it, because when I was young, was not Netflix,
yeah.
no
It's so
British problem,
difficult.
no YouTube. So the new generation for them is much easier because you
Yeah,
can
much
get
easier.
many information for free.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Many channel, many channel that you can use it for the learning English. Yeah. So
exactly.
don't give up and still keep your spirit for studying English, guys.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you so much for your sharing, Romy. I think
Thanks to
the
you.
time is the
Th-
limit. And it has been finished for
Thanks to
now.
you. Has been very
Yeah,
nice to
yeah.
meet
Thank
you
you so much
guys.
for your
Good
serving
luck.
your time. And maybe there is the conclusions or the closing from you. Yeah, go
Yeah,
ahead.
well, first of all, it has been very nice to talk with you guys. We could
Me
have this
too.
conversation just because we are talking in English, which is good.
Yeah.
And it's nice to share opportunity, experience. So I'm very happy to talk with all of you this morning. I really hope I gave you some information which you don't have it before, some tricks. So yeah, thank you.
Okay, thank you. We are happy too for having you in here. In Indonesia, it's afternoon, and in London, it's the morning actually.
Yeah.
So different time. And I'm so
Yeah.
appreciative of you, Romy, because you wanna spare your time in your busy time, but you wanna spare time for us for sharing about your experience and you're struggling for the studying English, how's the importance of English, and how
Yeah.
hope all of the students can facilitate all of the social media or everything tools which you can do for your studying English, and keep motivated for the studying English, because English is so important, very important language that you must be learned, guys. And in the fun fact, Indonesia is so maybe many people of Indonesia is not really good speaking English if you want to compare with the another Asians like the Singapore and the Malaysian, yeah, because it's the British colonized, yeah, but it's the
Yeah,
like the reflection as well. The Vietnam, Hong Kong is the better than us because of that. So from now, don't give up, and maybe you
exactly.
can build your motivations to study English, to improve your English, so you can go abroad, you can compete with the other people from the other worldwide, yeah, from the
Of
worldwide,
course,
and you
yes.
can go international extra, and maybe can see the Romina in the Italy next time, yeah.
Yeah, oh, I can come there.
And I'm waiting you for coming Indonesia, Romi, yeah.
Yeah, one day I will come.
Yeah, maybe the February you said you want to come to Indonesia, right?
Let's see. Yeah,
Yeah,
let's see
maybe
next year.
let me know so we can
Maybe.
travel together. I will be tour guide.
Yeah. Okay, thank you
Okay,
so much, guys.
thank you so much, and thank you so much. Thanks a lot for your time. I'm so
My
sorry if there
pleasure.
are some many mistakes before we begin, guys. Like this, the technical issue. I'm so sorry. It's the unpredictable and unexpected. I will. Okay, thank you, guys.
Bye, guys. Thank you.
But before
I'm so
you
sorry.
leave, maybe we can take the picture
Yeah,
together, guys.
Yeah.
please, Romina, maybe we can take a picture
Yeah, and
together.
open the
Yeah,
camera,
yeah,
guys,
sure.
please.
Okay, so
Show your
everyone,
the
please,
best pose.
Thank you.
please open
Thanks,
your camera,
guys.
guys. So we're going to.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I will count.
Yeah,
So we
please.
can. Okay. Okay. Already. Maybe people already open the camera. So I will count until three, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. Okay.
Okay.
Next
More,
session.
more.
Yeah.
Another
Next
one.
slide. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Okay. Thank you very
Okay,
much,
thank you.
Romina.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Romina.
Much
Thanks a
Bye.
appreciated,
lot.
Miss
Thanks a
Romina.
lot.
Thanks a
Love,
lot.
love, love,
Bye,
love.
guys. Good luck.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thanks.
And I
Please,
will,
everyone.
I
Maybe.
will come back to the mother for the master of ceremony. Indri.
Yes, Miss
Thank
Aisha.
you.
Thank you very much, Miss Aisha, for returning to me as the master of ceremony for today's meeting. Anyway, guys, please fill the Google form, which is already sent by the committee, to make you, like as a sign that you already coming for this meeting today. Jadi jangan lupa boleh diisi presensinya ya, yang udah dikirim oleh panitia. And that's all the session for English talk, which is about the importance of English for career. Jadi itu tadi sesinya sangat menarik sekali ya teman-teman. Jadi kita banyak dapat insight baru. Jadi insight barunya itu, oke.
Halo, Indri. Keputus ya. Halo, halo. Oh, dia kayaknya terlempar ya. Okay, thank you guys. Maybe I will cover of the Indri. Oh, okay, you come back. Halo.
Indri kelempar, teman-teman. Terima kasih banyak teman-teman yang sudah hadir. Bagi teman-teman yang mau follow IG boleh di follow English Club Wici, nanti ada di grup English Club, jadi teman-teman nanti kita share juga Instagramnya. Teman-teman jangan patah semangat ya, tetap semangat dalam belajar bahasa Inggris. Kita akan adakan agenda-agenda yang seru lainnya juga, jadi tetap terus pantengin kegiatan di English Club. Terima kasih teman-teman. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. See you guys.
Bye. Semangat.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Thank you. Nah, nanti di sharing ya itu foto-fotonya ya.
Iya,
Iya,
Miss.
iya.
Thank you,
Siap,
Miss
nanti aku share ke
Aisyah.
si Romi.
Thank you so
Ya,
much.
sama-sama.
Thank you, Kak Rahel. Thank you, Kak
Thanks
Alvin.
to you,
Semuanya.
enjoy, kata Romina. Send me the picture.
Oke.
Udah kita.
Iya, udah ditanya.
Aduh, aku kepental tadi, Kak. Aduh,
Bye,
sorry banget
thank
ya.
you.
Kepental tadi. Aduh. Udah
Iya,
ditutup belum
oke
ya?
juga, Kak. Tapi
Oh,
keren-keren.
udah ditutup.
Sudah.
Udah ya sih.
Udah.
Udah. Aduh, kepental tadi. Oke. Thank you so much,
Keren-keren. Kak
guys.
Rahel udah langsung backup dia. Kak Rahel langsung backup. Makasih banyak, Kak Rahel.
Oke, thank you, bye.